Forgot
You're
I
in the
had these
trailer.
gloves, folks. Apparently, I just got off the phone on what some people from the 80s call the horn with the great Cabana King, who's on his way here now. Obviously, I'm getting ready. As we all know, he punched me across the face. And of course, I don't want to hurt the man. So I'm ready. I'm prepared. Everything's going to happen. We might go to Galveston Beach and have a little Duke. I forgot I had ordered these months ago. My dad hid them from me, and I happened to find them right underneath my table here in the trailer. Trailer
Well, you're
lifestyle
gonna
is much
apparently,
more than I
yes,
thought.
apparently, according to Stevie Lou, you're gonna live in a trailer for the rest of your life, and your brother hit you with a rake.
Yeah, well, it was my uncle that hit me with a rake, so Stevie Lou's wrong about that. Obviously, his facts aren't straight because he loves drugs. He especially loves cocaine. Attention, Brooklyn police officers. He's always got that bag with him. Me and Cabana were laughing earlier. It'd be funny if we went to the beach and we saw Mr. Echo show up on a 40-foot yacht and finally bring the bag.
Yeah,
But
at
we
least
all
Stevie
know
Lou
that's not
has
going
the
to happen.
bag. Mr. Echo, Mr. Echo, we've been waiting over almost a year and a half for a bag from Mr. Echo. Now,
Correct.
did you get one glove? Do you have two? You only ordered one
Oh, I
glove.
got
Does
two pair.
Cabana
I
get
have
the?
two. I have another pair in there, and they
Oh,
both
so
came
you
in
and
neat
Cabana can
bags.
settle you and Cabana can settle your score because from what I heard, Cabana King, you had a big fight with your brother.
Oh, he rocked me. He rocked me good. I didn't want to hurt the man. He came at. I walked up to him because I was sitting in my dad's patio and I saw Cabana walking away with the beers, and I walked right up to him. I said, "Hey, I paid for 12 of those," and he continued to put him in his truck anyways, and then rocked me right across the dome. I got a black eye still. This was just mere days ago. But he's on his way down here right now, and that's why I'm ready because he should show up by the end of the time this show ends, probably the last 5-10 minutes, because as we all know, we're busy folks. We leave our house. My house is a trailer that rocks. When a trailer's rocking, don't come a knocking. That means I'm probably jacking off or I got some hides in here, and that's fun.
Mmm. Trailers
Uh,
rocking. Somebody's getting cocking.
exactly. When a trailer's rocking, somebody's getting some cocking. It's a
Put it
little
on a
bit weird
T-shirt.
also doing the show without the headphones. Obviously, this microphone's not plugged in. I just thought it was hilarious to be holding it with a boxing glove.
Oh, it's
Uh,
always hilarious to have a microphone that's not plugged in. I do it all the time. People
I
are idiots. And then
know.
they go, his microphone's not even plugged in. No shit, Sherlock. No shit.
Well, at least we sound better than Brennan. And speaking of Brennan, I sent the video of me and my new trailer to only a couple people, and I'm not allowed to say his name on the podcast anymore because he's trying to disappear from the world. But we all know who sent him the video that he posted. Said someone's doing well, and I am. I went to the clubhouse earlier. They got a pool table, they got shuffleboard, and a swimming pool. And the toilets are immaculate. I don't even have to take a dump in here, which is great.
Ooh, that's nice. I just took it. Wait, you got a community toilet?
Oh, there's four of them, 4 or 5 community showers, all that. So I don't have to worry about cleaning the bathroom ever. And now I'm just using it for my dirty clothes.
Beautiful. That's great.
Except when I
Yeah.
have
What?
some hide over here and they have to sit on that toilet. You know how women are. They're not going to want to walk literally just 1 block to go to the community toilets.
No, they're lazy. They're a lazy species. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Well, everybody's knocking the trailer lifestyle. I kind of admire it. I kind of like the trailer
Well,
lifestyle.
I walked outside yesterday. I had no idea when I chose this spot that there would be a bass pond mere feet from the back of it, which I'll show in a minute. I called Chuck Mangione immediately. I said, listen, guess what's right behind my house? He goes, what? I said, a bass fishing pond. And I'll show that in a minute when this glove gets too hot and I got to step outside for a second,
Sure.
see what's going on out
It's
there.
always good to walk around your new community with one boxing glove on and a ski mask and a microphone.
Well, when I was doing Quad show last night, shout out Quad, Lemmy was on there too. She asked me to step outside. And if Lemmy, I know you're listening because you're just a huge fan, and your husband is not. I believe that I told Lemmy that I would throw her legs up to 90 degrees if she came and saw me, and I apologize for that statement, but it is the truth. So I don't know what you folks want me to do. I got the
Yeah,
nut
you
out this
gotta.
morning. I put it in a sock, and now I feel better. I don't feel like I have to say that kind of thing. And they just built a
Right.
strip club right up the road, which we're gonna visit later.
Really?
Oh
This
yeah.
is a burgeoning community, a burgeoning trailer park community. It sounds
Oh,
like.
I mean, this is such a nice trailer park. It's got its own convenience store, which looks like shit from the outside. I went in. They got beers are cheaper than the Exxon right up the street, and they got
Wow.
vapes that are $5 cheaper. I
Wow.
figured I was going to go in and be spending, maybe 35, $40 for a vape like you do everywhere else. No, half the price. Amazing. I don't have to
Did
leave.
you?
I don't have to leave my home as long as we get those super chats. You think I want to go work on boats again? No, I want to sit here do shows daily and get super chats, and I never have to leave the trailer lifestyle. I have everything here.
Yeah, but isn't that a slippery slope? Isn't that the dark side? Was sitting around just begging for super chats?
It is the dark side, and of course, I would never do that. You and I both know we leave our houses and
I
our
put my
neighborhoods.
balls in I bared my balls in sand just a few days ago.
Well, last
Unbelievable.
night, just so I was on Quad's show for over an hour, and once I saw my hour time limit, I pulled my bag out. I pulled my bag out so because everybody was asking, and they go, "Hey, is your bag as black as Stansel's?" I said, "No, I got a really really white bag," so I pulled it out just so I can quickly get hung up on. Yeah, it went over well. Lemmy was very impressed by what she saw, and she only saw the half of it.
People love the bags. They call us the bag boys. I think most people love it. People try to act like they don't, some of them, but clearly it's the summer of the bag boys. It's bag boy summer, and
It's definitely Bad
yeah,
Boy Summer, and it's been like that for a while. I mean, hogs and logs. You got guys, some of the biggest haters out there. You got guys like K Fur, who love hogs and logs, and he never says anything nice about anybody, ever.
no,
But he loves the hogs and logs. He gets it. He gets what's going on out here. And I brought this up last night on Quad's show, and I figured, I mean, obviously it's topical because you're friends with him, and we got to go around the horn and get some ideas here. I think I had the best idea. Lemmy had a really good one. Don't remember what it is, but go check out BYB to find out. Keanu has a new tattoo right above her lippage, below the waist, that says Bisconti with a heart. Now, we were coming up with ideas on what she's going to have to replace that with when ultimately Gino dies, and I came up with Baganti.
oh, well, I mean, I think the easiest thing is to just change it to biscotti, like the cookie, and then get a small cookie tattoo right below it. And it'll match up with every because
Well, right below it is
some
the
people
lips.
call
I mean, it's
vaginas
right
cookies
above
or
the lips.
nookies. Yeah, that's perfect. Call
I
your
don't think the
vagina
cookie would
biscotti.
fit. That's how close it is to the lips.
Well, put it above it, but change it to biscotti like the cookie, and then you could say
Baganti's good. I came up
my
with
pussy's sweet.
Baganti. I also came up with Bennigan's. I forget what Lemmy's joke was, but it was really good. All right, this glove's getting hot. Let's see what's going on outside here in just a minute, folks.
Let's see what's going on there.
All right. Let me show you guys around the trailer
Look at it.
park.
I love
Happening.
that. Leaving your house. Original content.
Oh, yeah.
Kevin did 2.5 hours yesterday just watching people watch Stuttering John. It was pretty terrible.
Got the bass pond right there. I got
Wow.
there's crows. Look, there's crows everywhere.
Wow.
Crows all around. I got them right there in the pond. Yeah.
Now,
And
this
I
looks
had-
way better than paying $3,000 for a shitty one-bedroom apartment in Brooklyn. I'll tell you that. So I don't know why some people.
$550 a month, and I got
Oh
a
my God.
storage shed. It's amazing what's happening here in the trailer park.
I'm not even
The
kidding.
wa-
I'm not even kidding. These people are the Lou's and others of the world, even Brennan, paying a ridiculous amount of money for these tri-state area apartments and homes, and you get nothing. This guy has basically a house on wheels on a pond with grass. So it's great. You like the stereotype of trailer living, but this is, I'm not even kidding, far better. I mean, living in Fairfield County and this area just fucking sucks. So I would much rather
Love it.
have what you have.
3.5 years. I know exactly what it's about, man. We were paying, me and my lady, who I'm still with, we were paying 1,700, a month for something that's basically this size. I got one bed that folds out there. I got another bed that folds out there, and this turns into a bed. All you gotta do is drop the table, and I got my king size, folks. My,
And
my king. The lady had to get rid of, but yes, there's 4 beds in here, and so the trailer's only 28 feet long. Very nice. And yeah, it's the trailer's rocking. Don't come a knocking. All these beds are ready for people to get in here. See what's going on, really.
that size home in New York City is at least $3,000 a month.
That's why it was a very easy decision for me to make to come down here and afford this. Now, the only reason I'm not paying those kind of prices is because we don't get super chats, but we're not going to sit here and beg. We don't have to do that.
No, no. In fact, as we all know, the super chatters of MLC just continue to get gayer and gayer. I mean, how gay? What a nerd this is. Gustav is, the One Furious F is. I mean, these guys, they only super chat. They're not. I mean, I even got a shout out the other day from Kevin. In spite of himself, Kevin Brennan gave me a shout out along with others for being real people that exist in the world. You know, I think it was just 2 shows ago he
I
mentioned
did
it.
hear that. With all this time on
Oh,
my
there he
hands, now that I'm
is.
not with
He's
a
a
lady and
member.
I'm
So
with a trailer.
my dear friend David Carpenter, a member of
Oh,
course. So we'll
absolutely. He was
respect
great
him,
on
not
the
a
show.
poor. Great on the show. He
And
hiked
he's welcome
another
back
mountain the
anytime.
other day. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Good for
Um,
him. He needs to lose some of that weight. That was rude, but listen, I'm just being honest. Uh, listen, yeah, Brennan's been. I think Brennan's mad at me because he was trying vigorously to get you on the show, and then he was trying to get Cabana on the show to ask him why Cabana hit me in the face, and I think it's because Brennan's an older brother. I'm an older brother, so he wanted to know what made Cabana hit me in the face because he could expect that from Neil one of these days.
yeah, no, I wasn't even aware of this. Yeah, I'm still not totally. What you told me that Kevin was trying to get me on the show the other day. I never came across this. Still,
I never heard it either. I went back to try to find the clip. All I know is I got 2 or 3 DMs from people saying, "Call Stancil." I was like, "He's at work, but I'll give him a ring, see what's going on." Brennan is vigorously trying to get him on the show. Then, since he couldn't get a hold of you, he had Stevie Pooh on, and then once Stevie Pooh blew it, he wanted Cabana on because he wanted to know why Cabana punched me with a rake, even though that never happened. He punched me in the face with a fist. My uncle's the one who punched me with a rake, and then
punched you with the
a
rake.
curtain rod.
Ooh,
Well, yeah, he hit me across the back with a rake, and funny enough, my dad said it's my dad's brother. My dad said people used to get hung for hitting you from the back, and not like you should be hitting people from the back when you bend them over. It's a different story. Let me tune in later.
oh look at what a good David
Sorry
Carpenter
for all the
member.
one-liners.
David Carpenter working on that weight, buddy. Been at the gym every weekday for the last month. Good egg. He's
Good
a
for
good
you,
egg.
man. Keep it together. Like I said, it was a joke at your own expense, but you were great on the show. And like I said, you're welcome back anytime you want.
What? I mean, I got a billion
Finally a
things.
real guest, somebody that leaves their house. I mean, this guy leaves his house. Stevie Lou only leaves his house because he gets broken up with by black bitches. And that's what makes this show amazing is we say nothing but the truth. And why do you think he doesn't have his background there?
Love a
I'm just
black
saying the truth,
bitch.
folks. I live in the trailer park.
I'm
I
a
mean,
big
I love
fan
black
of the,
bitches. I lost my virginity to a black lady, and that's okay. Actually, she was a yellow bone, as you call them.
oh, yellow bone, sideways
Half
vagina,
black.
like
Oh no, she's a Machado, whatever you call it. That's what we call them down here in Texas, yellow bones when they're half white, half black. And funny enough, her
interesting.
boyfriend probably looked like he could play for the Lakers and could kill me with one punch, but he never found out about it. And
Well, at least
yeah.
hopefully he doesn't own a rake.
Well, I hope he
Um,
doesn't own a rake either, because most slaves don't like to own stuff like that.
oh boy. What now I guess we have to be careful here, but we have to I can't not touch on it. You told me we weren't allowed to talk about a certain country
Yes, I got a
that may or may not be in
notification.
a conflict with Russia.
Right. I opened up YouTube to see when our payment was going to hit, and it said basically along the lines of no discussion of a certain country is allowed, otherwise we will pull your status. So we can't discuss it, but allowed to say blows, America stinks. That's allowed, but we're not allowed to talk about certain countries that are even part of this union.
Yeah,
So
well,
it's whatever. I think
totally unrelated. I saw, and obviously, again, I like to emphasize this is totally unrelated. I saw Ukraine played a soccer game yesterday, and I guess they won. Now, it would be amazing if it would, I just hope that in light of this win, in light of this soccer game win, that we don't go funding this, just overly funding this soccer team now because, to fuel
right.
our sports
Well,
industrial complex because we have to spend money somewhere, and I just hope we don't do it for the Ukrainian
why don't we
soccer
spin
team.
it on the vet?
No, we don't. Whatever we do, let's make sure we don't spend all of our money for these sports industry making these weapons of sport like balls and such, because we always have to spend it somewhere. So we have to make up let's call it an exhibition game of soccer between two countries because the money has to go somewhere. But
And
we're
it's
talking
so
about
silly
soccer.
how we have to be very, very careful about what we say here by talking about countries that aren't even in the union. We could sit here and we could trash the Congo all we want and say what we want about me, but there's a lot of big hogs over there.
There are big hogs in the Congo.
Yeah, big hogs in the Congo. I heard the biggest hogs are in the Congo. Don't ask me, Lemmy, if I have pictures of them, because I don't. I'll just send you my hog. Hi, Granny. Hi, Granny's lawyers. Granny, of course, is the name of Lemmy's husband. They'll be getting a divorce soon, so she can move here, hop off in the trailer, because she loves the trailer lifestyle. And that's all I'll say about that.
Speaking of things we can't talk about, COVID is back. Have you noticed this? Have you seen this in Texas?
Well, I had a little bit of a nose system going on yesterday. I took a couple of pills over the counter, and it went away. It's fine. But no, I have not seen what's going on in Texas because, as everybody knows, I am banned from Twitter, and I'm in read only mode, whatever that means. Because again, I can post my ball bag, I can post my cock, pictures of my logs, but I'm not allowed to say I'm going to go drown myself. So now I'm banned I got 4 days and a couple of hours left on the bannage. And so, no, I have not been reading the news. I don't know what's going on with you.
I just know I've noticed it firsthand up here. They're ramping it up. And we all know, as has been covered, I never fell for it. I'm unvaccinated. I had a fake card for when I needed it.
My girlfriend,
I didn't fall for
it. She got vaccinated. She got the Johnson, whatever. And she had COVID 2 weeks ago. And
well,
she
that's what I'm
around the corner from you over there in a little bit middle of the state you live in.
Right. So I've had multiple people in the last couple weeks, almost daily, calling the soccer ball club and saying they can't make the show because they tested positive for COVID, which leads me to two things. I never got vaccinated. I got COVID once, and that was it, and it was fine. And secondly,
it was the worst headache I've ever had in my life when I tested positive. I couldn't get off the couch. I couldn't even listen to my girlfriend talk. But again, not vaccinated. And I guess once you get it the first time, you're not going to get it again. You're not going to get it again.
Well, if you do it naturally, if you get a certain genetically modified, it's not a
Oh, I think it starts
vaccine.
with an I. You're talking about
I don't know. It's gene therapy. They call it a vaccine, but it's gene therapy.
genotherapy.
Whoa. Yes, I think you're. I think. I think. Well, I don't think. I think it's pretty obvious that the more vaccines you get or got, the more it seems you get COVID. But almost just as much as all that bullshit is, who the fuck is still texting for COVID? Like, just
I
get
don't. I
sick
guess
and get
people
sick.
are
Who gives a
reading this
fuck?
quote unquote news. Another thing we're
Well,
not.
that's what I'm saying. They're ramping it up. It's clearly being ramped up. Again, we live in the metro area, a very blue area, and it's
Right.
blatantly getting ramped up. But it's a psyop. They're talking about it, so now people are testing for it. If nobody was talking about it, nobody would
Nobody would
be.
be testing. They'd be
Yes,
like,
and
"Oh, I
nobody.
got to sneeze. I got to cough." No one
Right.
cares. I got
I
a
got a
sore
cold.
throat. You get.
I'm
Hey,
fat.
ask Lemmy. She gets sore throat for sucking some pieces. Not her man's, but maybe if she came over here, she'd get a sore throat. Just saying,
Ooh.
I'm much bigger than Granny. I can't. I honestly, the reason I'm acting out, I guess, I've been watching Rodney Dangerfield for the past couple of days. This 1974, one-liners that he did on Johnny Carson's show, and half of his fucking jokes on that show, which was aired live on TV, if we were to say it now, we'd be booted. I mean, what happened? What happened? I mean,
Everyone
we're
is
talking
gay.
about lopping off cocks. I mean, everybody wants us to be women, which will never happen. And like you said the other day, you're, a sovereign citizen, and you're your own country, and that's why you attract the crows. I get the crows right outside because I know I talk to you, and it's just that simple. You just got to keep it real. I mean, are we lopping off cocks or not? I don't know.
Cock lop off.
Call this episode cock lop.
Yeah, I'm writing that down.
I don't know why.
Most of our shows are just naming the show. Yeah, listen, it's all psyops. They want you to care about this nonsense. They're glorifying mental illness and obesity and the pharmaceutical industry. Cock lop off, as I write that down. Whatever, it's the same shit. Nobody cares.
Somebody else just came up with a great name for the show. What up?
What?
What up, KA's comment?
I saw that before. Very good. Congo Mongo. I had to
Congo Mongo is pretty good.
write that down. Oh boy, yeah. What did I got a bunch of all different. But the most important thing, I touched on it on episode 265, where I showed my ball bag at the end.
Very, very great baggage, by the way. People were very, very happy about you dipping your balls in the sand.
Oh, people love the ball bag. People love my black ball bag.
Yeah, especially Kate Burr's comment.
I'm a week into my new life. Have you heard about this?
I have not. What's going on?
I just found out, 38 and a half years old. I just found out last weekend that I have curly hair.
It doesn't look curly to me unless
It's
you have a hair
curly.
straightener.
No.
I have curly hair. That's why I can't grow it out. It goes like this. Every time I grow out, I grow an afro, and I'm white. So there's got to be
please
some
grow.
Juneteenth African Americans in my family line somewhere.
Well, there surely are for me. You saw my ball bag.
Oh,
But yes,
absolutely. I mean,
I'm
for
a,
sure you got some mulattoes in there somewhere.
I feel like I have a new lease on life. I feel like I'm starting my second life as a curly-haired man.
With a black ball bag.
Curly-haired man with a black ball bag. It only took 38 years, and I did it. Thanks, Mom. Are you proud of me now? Yeah, so that's the big news in my life. I have curly hair now.
Now, what about the ball hair? Does that curl up, or my ball hair curls?
I mean, I have classic, the classic black pubis nimbus. It's a cloud. But I has been discussed. I shave. I'm not a coward. I shave with a razor. My shaft, my balls, and
now you shaved down, correct? Because I remember the first time I ever shaved right above the shaft, I did it upwards, and that was a fucking hell of a week after that. Then this is why this is the greatest podcast on the planet. You don't hear Robert Kelly doing that. You don't hear Kevin blowing out his microphone with his asshole.
Never seen Tucker Carlson blow his asshole
I've never
out.
seen Gavin McInnes blow his asshole out into a
I
microphone.
might have seen it. Possibly, Gavin might have blown his asshole out at some time. But that reminds me, as I ruptured my anus. Oh, a retort.
I just
It
had one of the
is
chambers.
Ski Mask. It is peak man pond season out there, folks. This is just a public service announcement. Get your paper towels. You're going to want a nice thick, perhaps a Bounty. It's Bounty man pond weather out there. Fold that thing up and shove that thing right into your anal lips so it doesn't move around, because you're going to need that.
Now, I was telling my father about man ponds, and he basically did this exact movement when I explained that no, the joke that you make about man pond is not a joke at all. You fold the towel and you put it where your taint is as a man. But when I was telling him, he goes like this. And just shook his head. It wasn't.
That's what everybody says. That's what everybody says at first, and then a couple weeks later, as they ruminate on it and they feel the sweat in their crotch and behind, they're gonna start wearing it. And I'm not wearing one now. It's nice and cool here at the undisclosed location, but I will surely be wearing one this evening as I'm working the great Vic DiBattista again at the Soccer Ball Comedy Club tonight.
Wow.
Was there last night. A very funny man, very nice guy, the real deal. Tore the house down. But yes, I'll be wearing a man pond in front of him.
I mean, man ponds, not that they need to make a comeback, because obviously it's a new thing. I got into the manhoodcanada.com for a while. Hopefully they sponsor this show and I'll start wearing a manhood again. But it actually worked. And, my friends got upset because I did a big cannonball in their pool and I forgot I was wearing the manhood, and they found it in their skimmer. And that's okay. I had the gun barrel edition. Manhoodcanada.com, please sponsor us, and I'll start wearing manhoods. And I'll be able to post a manhood wearage onto Twitter when I'm allowed.
Manhood and Celsius are two sponsors. David Carpenter getting the super chats are absolutely rolling today with this astonishing $1.99. I can testify the man pond is a game changer.
I might have to put one in now and see what's going on. I'm looking at a roll of Bounty. Of course, my dad hooked it up. I didn't have to buy.
Name brand.
Never bought paper towels. Yeah, it's right there, hanging up, and might have to put a fucking lamp on him.
Chris Mack, I'm only, he didn't super chat, and it's not even a member, really freeloading, but he's a fine gentleman.
It's like okay. 50... He never misses a show, so that's why
he's always here. So we give him. I'll allow it. There's like 50 people at my house for my nephew's birthday party. It's nearly torture. Put the show on. This is a family show. The kids love this show, especially the
absolutely.
wives.
The kids can maybe learn something. They can learn how to wear a man pond. They can learn about manhoodcanada.com, Celsius heat, and, really start living their life to full potential before the balls even drop.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, show them what their balls will look like eventually.
Don't do it before they're 18, of course, but definitely do it.
Well, just show them episode 265. Show them what their ball bag.
A lot of people have been chirping. I think Vinny Cash asked me, and a couple other people really want to know, does the carpet match the drapes? Is your cock also black, or is it just the balls?
Let me see. I
definitely don't show, because I don't want to.
No, I'm just looking on my end. I took I may or may not have allegedly. No, it's a pretty normal color cock.
Okay. All right, that's all we need to know.
And remember, I went for a swim also on the show. I went for a swim in the Atlantic Ocean just before, so they had the salt pulls it in, so it
I don't know
darker.
Why you always. So I guess you asked. I think it was last show something we may or may not have argued about. I think it was over due to a lady, but myself, I was a mariner for 4.5 years, way before you met me. I've never considered Long Island Sound to be the Atlantic Ocean. It's a sound. It's not part of the Atlantic Ocean.
Well, well, it is. Well, technically,
It's like you
yes.
wouldn't call Puget Sound off Seattle. You wouldn't say that's part of the Pacific, would you?
Well, I would call it Puget Sound.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm from Texas, so it's a different story.
No, it
Yeah.
is technically a sound. It's just easier to. I like to say the Atlantic Ocean.
Well, it's like
I've been.
me. I can, say if I go swimming off Galveston Bay here, just mere minutes later, I'm going to film myself. What I said that got me banned from Twitter doing that, uh, drowning myself. I guess I'm allowed to say that on YouTube.
Yeah,
But
just
no,
don't
there's
talk
five.
about that
My
country.
dad
Just don't
told
talk.
me. So I know my father's watching. He told me not to go swimming in the Gulf of Mexico tonight because there was 5 people swept away yesterday with the rip currents. Have you ever experienced a rip current?
Oh, I have. I have a few times. One was just off of Meade's boat, off of Great Captain's Island there in Greenwich.
Right.
Went for a dip. Boat was anchored on the mooring there. Just went for a dip. And I mean, I made it back to the boat, but it was I was paddling. I mean, they almost had to throw me a thing. I mean, it was basically on a water treadmill, just paddling
I
and
mean,
paddling.
yeah. One of the biggest credits I'll give to my stepmother is she saved my life one time right here off Galveston Island. 'Cause I got swept away in a rip current, and next thing you know, you're getting swept away. You look up, you're 100 feet from the beach.
Sure.
And she swam out, was able to get me and pull me back to where the rip current wasn't. And I thought that was very, very, very noble. Otherwise, this show wouldn't be happening, folks. Just send those super chats.
Yeah, Sentinel. Yeah, you always got to. Yes, I've been in it there. I've been in it. There was a very strong one that we'll all remember my phone succumbed to in Puerto Rico. I did not,
Correct.
my body, but my phone did. I've also had it in Rhode Island. When I do my boogie boarding, where I'll be in just a few weeks, just getting it in with my boogie board, Moray Boogie. I have the name brand boogie board, the original Moray Boogie board, not that Walmart knockoff bullshit. But remember, you always swim horizontal. If you ever caught in a rip current or a rip tide,
Yeah, I didn't know that till
always
years
swim
later.
horizontal. Never try to fight it. You just go horizontal till you're out of it, and then they'll come and get you. You'll wash up, or you'll die either way. But at least you won't be in the current.
Right. If you die, you'll just be swept out to sea. And, I used to work off of Galveston here and Fort Fourchon, Louisiana. And it takes you get out about 50 miles, then the water turns blue. Here, you can't see underneath the water. Everything's murky brown. It sucks because when they built the Houston Ship Channel, it ruined Galveston. And, but Galveston is the #1 place to be, folks. So get your asses down here. I'm glad to be back. In the Galv, live by the Galv, die by the Galv. I believe I'm going to die on the island very soon, and we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully, it's live here on the show. I'm sure I'll get a lot of calls after this here podcast saying you should stop saying things like that. Well, ask Elon Musk, who banned me from Twitter for saying things like that. It's annoying.
Yeah, friend of the show. Friend of the show.
Oh, Elon calls me all the time.
Give me-
I got my logbook ready to go. I'm buying a $19 one of those inflatable paddle boats, and I plan on hitting the sea in that thing. Now, the last time that happened, I was smoking a cigar in the paddle boat, and I went to go ash, and I missed the ocean, of course, and all I heard was "Pew!" So I sank that thing. Luckily, was able to swim back to shore. But yes.
Hold on, I gotta see what this loser wants. Hold on, 1 second.
Who's this loser?
I don't know. What? BRB.
Ask him how big his cock is. I mean, that is the question of the summer. But listen, I know it was all about hogs and logs a couple of months ago, but now we're interested in ball baggage, and so are all the fans. Everybody wants to know what's going on below the belt, not your dicks. We want to see the bags. If you have to go to a beach, if you're near a beach, most of your lakes have beaches, dip the bag into the sand. Just telling you. It's very easy. It's not hard to do. Unless you got a woman, you can dip your ball bag on her face. If little Lemmy was over here, I could do that. But that's not this type of show. because Granny might come kill me after talking about this lady like that. But I don't really care. She wears the merch. Does she wear Granny's merch? I didn't think so. Yes, Jeremy Bott in the chat says I'm demented. I know. I got a very dark sense of humor, just like Stansel's bag, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. Chaos is funny. Chaos is fun. Speaking of chaos, got these boxing gloves. If you didn't watch the beginning of the show, ready because Cabana King just happens to be on his way, and I got 2 packs of these bad boys ready to rock and roll after he rocked me last Sunday. And that's okay. He rocked me in the face. We didn't talk that night. And then, we got over it. That's fine. And that's exactly what happens, people.
So I got to, I touched on it briefly with you off the air. Save it for the show, as we do. Of course, you were the talk of MLC for a few days this week, and there's no such thing as bad publicity. So
Correct.
In that aspect, we are absolutely killing it, as we always do.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it's the best.
Totally killing it. Getting mentioned almost every show, which is totally unbelievable. That's what it's all about. Now, Kevin said you stink as a guest because when you were on, he didn't get a lot of super chats. Now, I have my feelings about that, but obviously it's about you. If you'd like to take that first.
I talked to a couple people yesterday and the day before. I was on the phone with Rickosaurus for an hour and a half. I was on the phone with the great and powerful Vinny Cash for a couple hours. And they both said, I've never seen as many super chats as when you're on. So Kevin was trying to do what Kevin does by having on shitty guests, and he lied about my appearances. And that's it. And I got to read this on the show. 1 second. This is funny. Speaking of the great and powerful Vinny Cash, his wife sent him one of those gay memes you see on Instagram. I know my camera's off. I'll turn it back on in a second.
No, it's fine. I can hear you fine.
All right. So his wife sent him one of those gay memes. It says, I saw a post that said, if you love your children, don't break their mother. She's their primary source of strength and emotional support. And now I can't unfeel that. That was a text from his wife. And the great and powerful Vinny Cash replied to his wife's text and said, if you love your children, don't ignore your husband's cock. It's his source of strength. And that's exactly why we have the greatest and best fans on the planet.
Yeah. I mean, well, back to you in that aspect, yeah. Because if the show is entertaining, then, listen. I mean, there's a place for super chatters, but making a whole show about super chatters stinks. As a viewer, as we talk about ad nauseum at this point, I could give a fuck what these losers think.
Right.
A funny quip here and there. But reading these losers' love messages, the ball washing to Brennan, who gives a fuck? Frankly, the fact that there's less super chats probably means the show is more entertaining because he's not getting to the super chats and the little pay pigs aren't getting their little messages.
And they are pay pigs. I mean, you said it right. They are pay pigs.
Yeah, so they're not getting their messages read when you're on because the show is more chaotic and entertaining. And
right.
That's it. If you again, I've said this before, but it directly relates to what we're talking about. If you measure a show by how many super chats you get, then you've totally lost your way.
Well,
I mean,
and I learned my lesson.
There's no correlation between money and entertainment. If anything, it's the opposite almost, because then you're just reading people's messages.
Correct. And I learned exactly what to prove your point the other day when I called into Brennan's show. And the sorcerer immediately goes, oh, I think I recognize that voice after Brennan hung up on me. You think he's going to recognize Ray DeVito's voice? You think he's going to recognize anybody else's voice? And he knew, all I said was one sentence. Did you respond to Stansel's text? And he hung up. And the sorcerer goes, I think I recognize that voice. He's not recognizing anybody else's voice. And also, when you stepped away for a second ago, I want to get your opinion on this. I said, yeah. A couple of months ago, it was about hogs and logs. But then summertime happened, right? I think today or yesterday is the first day of summer.
Oh, the equinox was just on Thursday. You know I love my equinoxes.
Correct.
Longest
This
day of
is
the
the
year.
summer of ball bags. Hogs and logs are a thing of the past. This is the summer of ball bags. And I said it a minute ago when you stepped away. Find a beach. If you don't have a beach, go to any lake that's in your town, wherever you guys live, and just drop your balls in the sand and put it on Twitter because you're allowed to post balls.
Tag us.
Tag, please. I'm not allowed to retweet. I can like it. I can't retweet. Another 4 days. Thanks, Elon. So don't talk about drowning yourself, but you can put your ball bag in the sand and tweet it.
Now I'm just throwing this up quickly. Greetings from Quincy, Mass. Do you know Father Fens?
Yes. Are you friends with the Father Finn?
Do you know Father Paul Fenzarelli, the beautiful, one of the original beautiful
boy,
boys.
beautiful family.
Now, of course, he's a pastor.
That's okay. And I'm happy for the man. To be honest,
I love it. Beautiful wife, beautiful son, beautiful boy, beautiful hair, beautiful mustache. But
right,
yes,
always had the greatest mustache in the game. Now I'll never be able to become a pastor myself, but good for him, man. If he was able to do it, that's fine.
These new age super chatter losers, Johnny Come Lately MLC fans probably don't even know Paul Fenzarelli, a legend in the MLC world.
Oh, I'll never forget whenever he went after Chad Zumach, and it was just a catastrophe. And speaking of Chad Zumach, he said to Vinny Cash when Chad was just there, because Vinny, of course, went to the show. He brought $5,200 with him, and somehow lost $1,400 of that. And he says, "I swear I never paid with anything in cash," and he had it in a fanny pack. He goes, "Do you think Chad stole my money?" I said, "No." I said, "Who'd you bring with you?" He goes, "Mr. Echo." I said, "Yes, that's who stole your money, Vinny. Mr. Echo stole that money from you." First of all, he can't be trusted because he never came back with a bag.
Never had the bags.
So he stole stuff out of your bag. Chad would not do that. I could trash Chad all day, but I know he's not a thief.
No, of course Chad isn't a thief. Never
right.
was.
And look, I'm a Chad fan now. Chad's funny on MLC when he comes on because Chad doesn't give a fuck. Now, was I going to call the club in the Bahamas? Yes, because he tried to dox one of my best friend's sisters, who I may or may not have been throwing up those legs at the time.
Right. It's all water under a gay bridge.
Right. Correct.
We've come out on the other side. Yes. What else did I have on this? I touched on it earlier, but it has to be said again because I did it. It was kind of a throwaway line earlier in the show. Just give me a minute here.
Go ahead. Do your thing.
I know we've discussed it, but it has to be brought up again. This is the original, official, unofficial MLC wrap-up show, 266 episodes deep. So a touch on MLC just for a minute, and then I got some other stuff. Yesterday's show, Kevin literally watched Carl's show, who was talking about Stuttering John. Then he watched Stuttering John talk about Carl and Kate Meany. 2.5 hours of this. And wasn't it just like a year and a half ago or so, not even, where Kevin was railing against what losers all these people are. All their show is only clip watching and stream sniping. And now a couple days a week, we're subjected to this. And I'm not saying this sarcastically. I wouldn't give a fuck about any of these. I still don't give a fuck, but I wouldn't even give an extra.
You wouldn't know these names
at all if Kevin didn't stop talking. Kevin's the one that's keeping all these people alive.
Right.
And why? It's shit
I
content.
know why, and you're the one who came up with this answer because I called you a couple of weeks ago and I said, "Why is he having these guests on?" And you go, "You know why?" And I made me realize he's doing it to piss people off. So we can have this conversation and keep Kevin alive.
We're all helping each other.
One of these days, we're going to have to watch Kevin croak, and of course, we'll be first in line at the funeral. Because
I'll be holding the coffin. I'm one of the pallbearers. I'm already contracted. I might carry it all by myself. I'm so strong. I'll just carry Kevin's casket on my back.
I might just put my cock on the edge of his casket.
He would love it if my ball bag was in his casket.
That's
no,
funny.
listen. Obviously, I can't. I know you watch. You still
watch
as well. I watch almost every.
Before I lose my train of thought,
yes,
I'll let you continue. I think he's doing it for the same reason he has a shitty guest on, because he knows it's going to piss guys off. It's going to piss off the OGs, but we're never going to stop watching, no matter what he does. You know that.
Yes, and that's exactly my point. Thank you. That's what I was. Perfect segue. We still watch. I'm speaking for myself because I'm self-sovereign. I want to speak for you. I still watch the show. I don't. I can watch it live here and there. I mostly listen to the audio. But I still listen to almost every show, maybe not that day or day after, but eventually I get to it. I'll skip around, too, because I don't care about the first 20 minutes of
especially when breaking news happens or something, because Kevin's really good at that.
So my point is, just to be clear, this is not, we don't bash, this is the same as they have shows after the Real Housewives or whatever. They have the half-hour show after that wraps it up. And
what was that show that dude who happens to love cock do with all the surrounded by the ladies? I forget the guy's name, but whatever.
90 Day Fiance.
Yes.
I have no idea. I'm just saying things. But my point is, that's what the show is. This is not we unlike a lot of these other shows who are strictly just bashing Kevin because they don't like him. It's quite the opposite. We are merely the wrap-up show, as we said, the official, unofficial wrap-up show of MLC.
Cohen, Chris Mack, Andy Cohen. Sorry.
There you go. So we just discussed the happenings of the day or the week of MLC. So just to be clear, this is yes, sure, we critique. But we continue to watch. Kevin Brennan, of course, at Kevin's Gate, Lord and Savior. And but somebody has to tell the truth, because these super chatters are so dumb. They just go with it.
You and I are in Kevin's top 5 best friend list.
Oh,
especially after that night we had in Atlantic City when he was yelling out of the taxi cab saying, "I love cock. Where's the cock?" And then we, proceeded to watch him pay a hooker $200, not even to do anything. I just got a text message for somebody because I gave my phone number out on Quadfather, and I don't know who this person is, but they said, "You two are my favorite anal beads on the planet."
Wow, that's very nice.
Yeah,
Shove
thank
me
you, sir.
Right up there. Get that man pawn out of the way and plop me right up in there. Fine with me.
I'll give you a cock. You want to see a picture of my cock? I'll send you a picture of my cock. I'm not going to post it because I can't. Thanks, Elon, who's also in our top friends list.
Oh, friend of the show. Talked to him earlier. Oh, you know what I saw? I was when I was uploading the audio, which I will do after this, by the way, folks.
Thank you.
Subscribe on
That's why
Apple
you make more money than I do on the show. I'm just here to host, and I surround myself with funny people, just like Howard did. I'm not funny. You're funny. Cabana's funny.
But you know what?
Funny. Vinny Cass is funny. Am I funny? No.
No.
I surround myself with funny people, and I'm able to rant.
But what I saw was in the analytics, we have a 20% female listening audience.
I saw that too. And we also have a 20% listener base in the country of Canada, which unfortunately, I don't think either of us are allowed into, so we'll never be able to see you guys.
I don't know. I might be now. My last DUI was 2018. I'm sure a third one coming right down the pipe.
What's funny about that is my first DWI, and the only one I got was in 2018.
Well, I got 2. I'm fucking winning out here, because if you don't drink and drive, we all know you're not American.
I forgot you had 2. Now, somebody was trashing you the other day because you were trashing truck drivers, and they go, "Oh, Stancil wants to trash truck drivers. He's got 2 DWIs and has to have a breathalyzer." Now, last time I remember correctly, you got the breathalyzer taken out of the vehicle.
Oh, it's been out for a while, but I don't give a shit. I think it's funny. I like to keep lies going because it's funny. So sure, yes, I have.
We don't have to keep lies going. We let the fans keep the lies going because we don't lie, especially on this show. Everything we say here is absolutely the truth. And
sure.
I'm not allowed to say his name on here anymore, but I'll say it right now. And I may have talked about this on the last podcast we did together. When Teamster Tim met Movie Star Fingernails in Vegas, Movie Star walked up to him and goes, "Listen, big fan of Ski. Is he just bullshitting on a show?" And no, Teamster Tim looked at Movie Star and said, "Everything that man and Stancil say on that show is 100% absolutely the truth." And that's exactly why Movie Star has been commenting on almost every podcast we've done since Vegas.
Well, there you go. Yes, listen. Again, it goes back, kind of ties into what we're talking about with super chats not making a good show. Money makes not the man. Money is a tangible, man-made thing. I'd argue we live richer lives than many of these people. We live rich in experiences, rich in ball bags, rich in all that. That's what a life is measured by, not by some
I mean, again,
man-made
you
piece of
stepped away,
paper. Because if your life is all about money, then it's never enough. You're never satisfied.
Right.
I mean, I live in Fairfield County with some of the richest people in the world, and I
Correct,
deal with them.
yeah.
I've been dealing with them professionally.
You pass by Vince McMahon on the highway all the time.
One of my dear friends, and I deal with millionaires, literally millionaires professionally for a couple decades now, and they're more miserable than most people. And
Right.
It's just because it's all based around money and this mortgage and this car and she needs this, and it just will never end if you're measuring things. If your metric for success is money, then it's a pretty boring, shallow life, I'd say. Rack me.
I got to turn
With that
chat
said,
off.
send a super chat for the love of
I'm
God.
becoming a Ray right now, but I'm reading the chat. But whatever Zeke just said made me laugh.
Hey, you can just leave it right there.
I think he says Stancil measures his life by the cocks he slurped on. I don't think Stancil's ever had a cock in his mouth. I know he's taking a shower with a couple dudes.
No. Never orally. No, absolutely
I
not.
kissed
Just
a ball back
few.
when I was
How
in
big
first
is the?
grade, and it was very salty. I still remember exactly what it tasted like.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you bury it in sand afterwards?
No, I did not bury it in sand. Cabana should be here any minute now. I don't know why it would take that long to get from the city of Houston.
Yeah, get your glove on. You're never going to be ready to fight. And before we get too far away, obviously we want to wish Teamster Tim a happy Pride Month. We know he's gay, and
we know he's gay. We know I'm going to get a call.
Kelly
shortly
P,
after
this
this.
fucking not even a member, not even a super
Wow!
chat.
No, get it off. Get it off. Kelly's not a member.
But her birthday is tomorrow. Where's my birthday gives boys TikTok? It's tomorrow. Man, check your Instagram. I
yeah, well, my sister's birthday today. So why don't you send us a super chat so I can send it to my sister, and then I'll send you a super chat tomorrow. If you do a show,
Yes.
Kelly. If you're not
Kelly, let me know if you want to do a show on
back.
your birthday. That'll generate big super chats, and I'll never send you a dime because I need every.
Yeah, you'll never get paid, Kelly, because you just send ridiculous shit like this. That doesn't
without
make
even
sense.
being a member.
We gave you a platform for you to talk on, Kelly.
Yeah. She's being very hedonistic. She was at a casino.
I think she's still upset as much as she doesn't want to say anything. People want me to call Ray. You got plans tomorrow, do you, Kelly? Then why are you here now asking if we can wish you a happy birthday?
Yeah, plans to get
Not even your birthday.
cock.
Did you block Ray DeVito? Apparently Chow is in the chat. He's saying that you blocked Ray.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't have anyone blocked. I'm a man. What do you?
Yeah,
I'm
me
blocked
too.
on what?
The regular phone number. I can't call because I'm doing the show off my phone. But people are charming and everybody wants you to call Ray.
Why?
I have no idea.
Who cares? This isn't Kevin's show where we just.
I don't know.
talk about
Just give him a ring while we're waiting for Cabana to show up so I can.
about what? For what? Who cares?
Ask him how big his. Ask him if his ball bag is black because he's
No,
always.
we don't
claiming
need
he's
Ray.
black.
I want to prove something. How do I look at privacy? I want to look up my block list. I don't know anything worse because I'm 38 years old.
Chow, I'm not. Yeah, Chow's in here again. Apparently, Ray blocked everyone, so people want to know if you're blocked. I can't call because I'm doing the show from my phone because I don't have my Wi-Fi set up. # trailer life.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not calling Ray.
You know what? No one gives a fuck, Chow.
Yeah,
Sorry.
nobody gives a fuck.
Chow, I respect you.
Save
but
that
no
for
one cares.
Kevin's show where he just talks about other people for 3 hours every day instead of. We're just talking about our real life experiences. It's unbelievable what's happening out here.
I know. I mean, I got Cabana showing up in mere moments.
Speaking of real life experience, I'll do this while we await Cabana punching you in the face. Ladies and gentlemen, Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, Stancil Tuesdays is back and live in New York City in a big way. The pregame show is back, just like old times, 12:10 p.m. on Tuesday, and the dump at 1 and In-N-Out Water at 2:15, where me and Gino have a lot to discuss. And not only that, tickets were purchased by Steve yesterday. We will be going to the Yankees-Mets game Tuesday night. Steve purchased a Grimace costume that I will be wearing all throughout the game. We will be going live on YouTube. I'll be live on our channel before Compound. I'll be live from Citi Field. Fuck the Yankees. Let's go Mets. Fuck the Cubs, Kelly. Suck my cock. Stanislas Rack me.
I've got two favorite baseball teams. The only reason I'm a fan of the Mets is you and me. My Astros suck this year. I'm going Mets. I'm pulling for those guys. I think they won 7 out of their last 9 games. I could be wrong. That is fantastic. Kelly said it's still time for you to fly her out for the game tomorrow. Wow.
No, she asked me to fly out there.
No, fuck
after
that.
years of and then she puts it on Twitter as all the freaks are. After years of she could come out here, I can go out there, and then all of a sudden I allegedly dating someone, and then all of a sudden now I can come
Now
visit
she
it.
needs
It's
some
all
time, and
bullshit.
she's
She
ready to
knows
fly
what
you out
she's
for
doing.
time. I
Yeah.
gotta take a piss, folks. Should I take it live on the air? I probably should.
Yes, the Grimace costume Jeremy bought. If you're not paying attention, Grimace threw out the first pitch.
Well, he's obviously making a joke because his profile picture is the same color as Grimace.
I see. Yes, Grimace threw out the first pitch, and the Mets went on to win 8 games in a row. And you know I love McDonald's, so I will be wearing a full Grimace costume in 90-degree heat to the Mets-Yankees game on Tuesday night with Steve Conti, Gino, Luby, I think Garrett, Drew, the whole gang. We're all going to the game.
Well, I tried to call Gino. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday was Thursday. No, Thursday I called Gino, and he wouldn't put me on the air. I wanted to say something, and you know me, I like Steve. I'm a fan. But I think Drew is funnier than Steve. Sorry.
Whoa.
Allowed to be said on the show.
You can say whatever you want. I don't have to agree.
It's okay. I just, some of those one-liners that Drew says on Kumia's show, because I know he produces that one and Steve produces the Great and Hot Water, are never said. Sorry. And I'm a fan of Steve. He let me sleep on his floor with Alex Stein.
That is true. You slept in the room with Alex Stein where these idiots keep saying he banged Kate Meany when he was in
It never
room.
happened. And we had the
never
conversation
happened.
on the show last night. They go
again. It's more of these new mongoloid fans just believe anything they say because all they know is the show. They don't live in the real world. So when Stevie or Stuttering John or Kevin says Kate Meany fucked Alex, they just believe it blindly. When we were actually there,
it's the same
you were
thing
talking
as
off
people
Stein's ear all
believing
night.
the Compound is closing. Let me tell you guys something. Kumi is worth some money. Even though he was wearing a cheap suit at Chrissy Mayer's wedding, the man has a bankroll. Compound's not going anywhere. And Kumia has had a lot better shows since he's been down in South Carolina. I can't stop listening. It's the only podcast I listen to besides Robert Kelly, of course.
What have you heard the rumble? Have you heard what's going on with Keanu and producer Robert? Have you seen this?
Who is producer Robert?
The guy Rob?
Saul?
No. He's a
I don't know who
squirrely
that is.
fellow. I've met him a few times. I never had an issue, but I guess she was a producer for her. She's just a fan who she let be a producer of the show, and came to light last week that he's been like, well, he subscribes to OnlyFans, which in itself is a little weird, but whatever. She knew that. But
Right.
apparently he was sending like her nudes to the woman guests on the show and like sending the guests that Keanu would have on, sending them weird.
So I guess that's exactly why I saw a picture of Keanu's lips. I mean, somebody sent it to me. I'm not. I've never been on OnlyFans one time in my life.
Was it from producer Robert?
Let me see who sent me the fucking
Yeah,
news.
see, now we could have an
Hold on.
exclusive right here.
I have
But
it.
yes, apparently, so thoughts and prayers are with. I wonder if Keanu's coming to the game. Oh no, I think she does her podcast Tuesday nights. But thoughts and prayers. Yeah, listen, Keanu's too nice. Too nice, unfortunately, Keanu. You let that guy, let a fan do your stuff and lesson learned. But apparently he's a real creepo.
Somebody just texted me, said, Stancil gave your number out a few weeks ago while you were dying. Okay. I'll give it out right now.
Yeah, I think I did.
903-539-9677. Give me a ring, folks.
Call in.
Shit.
Call now. Obviously,
And Stancil knew his same reason the guy I was talking about earlier sent Kevin the video. Both you guys knew I wouldn't give a shit.
well, I don't give a yeah.
Call me
Hit
down.
me up. Hey, hit me 203-667-7188. Also my Venmo and PayPal number. Feel free. Call in now, folks. Got a couple minutes left.
We do. Only have a couple of minutes. I guess Cabana's running a little bit.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. We're real people. Who cares?
Oh my God! Right in time. Right in time.
Be
folks.
careful. Get the glove.
I told you I was gonna beat your ass when I got here.
We all right?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, it pissed me off.
Okay. And
Come on in.
he brought his ball and chain. It's okay. We're live on the show. We only got a couple of minutes. Cabana, sit down. So obviously, I was telling you yesterday that Brennan wanted you on his show, and you couldn't do it.
Shut the fuck up, Kelly.
So, Stancil, have a conversation with Cabana and ask about the punch, and I'll let him explain his side because you've already heard mine.
Yeah.
Now, this is a separate incident from your uncle beating him with a rake. You punched him in the face?
Yeah, I did punch him in the face. Everybody.
Was this
I'm
during
sure
was this
everybody's
during
heard-
another threesome?
Everybody's heard his side, I'm sure, which is probably horrible. He's like, oh, I mean, I was just so innocent. He just came in there and attacked me. Well, no. I bought a 24 case of beer, and I brought it over there, and he started acting like an asshole. And I was going to take all the beer home because I said, hey, you're being a dick. I'm going home. He goes, 6 of those are mine. 6 of those beers are mine. And got in my face. And I go, no, I bought them. But, he got real beefy in my face, and I did swing at him, which I felt real bad about the next day. And
How do those knuckles feel?
it still feels pretty bad. Yeah, I mean,
Punching a blockhead, I mean, it's going to hurt the knuckles.
yeah, it hurt real bad. The knuckles don't feel good.
Now, Stancil, for the last couple minutes of the show, because he's just in time, you put your balls in the sand. I pulled out my bag. Now, Cabana, do you plan on
Care to
pulling
show
out
your bag?
It's ball bag summer.
No, not today.
Why not?
Well, I got my girl with
Kelly's
me,
in
so
the chat. Kelly's being a fucking whore in the chat. She said hi, Cabana. She's acting out. She's just doing it.
She's doing it because it makes you jealous, Stancil.
Yeah.
I know. Her birthday's tomorrow, Cabana. Anything you would like to say? She's turning 72.
Nice. Well, sounds like a good check for you. You might just have to get rid of her. You know what I mean?
I like at least a decade younger than me. Actually, the alleged girl I'm talking to now is aging out. She's rapidly approaching 30, which just won't do. Totally disgusting, really. I'll take 10 the other way because they get all freaky and crazy when they, when they're in their 50s like Kelly. So that's fine. Well, no ball bag. Now, what is that? It's a Bud Heavy, as we call them here?
Oh, absolutely. That's all we drink.
Yeah.
Now, what is on the docket for today, boys? You going to punch each other in the ball bag like a speed
We're going
bag?
to try to get along as long as we can.
Well, I actually just figured out on my drive in that the last company I worked for, I built this massive $1 million pool at this dude's house, and he's cool as shit. And I'm thinking we're going to go by there, dude. He has 10 boats.
Okay, that's what I work on. That's what I specialize in.
Yeah, and he lives right off the bay, and he knows me by name. I have his number in my phone. And I was like, dude, we're right here. And I passed right by his place. So I'm thinking we're probably going to go offshore. We're probably going to put ski we'll probably send him overboard.
What's going to happen to me is what happened to what's this pussy on Sopranos. I guarantee you guys are going to take me downstairs, blow my brains out, tie a weight to my ankle, and throw me in the fucking ocean. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I already, I got banned from Twitter by saying I was going to do that to myself. But now that you know some boys, maybe they could just help you out a little bit.
The chat, David GX5 wants to see the female. Does she want to come on the show and ruin her life?
She said no. But
Yeah, she definitely don't want to.
Does she have a ball bag?
Hey, babe, you want to come on the show? That was a no.
Ski, you've done enough drinking in your life. You can skip a few. Skip a day. Would you like to rebuttal, Ski?
Yeah, it's Saturday. My brother just showed up, even though he decked me in the face not even less than a week ago. I plan on having a great time with him today and running around town and maybe going to the beach and dropping my bag and seeing what's going on because it is ball bag summer, folks.
It is the summer of the bag.
We can punch each other in the face and we make up the next day, It's not that big of a deal.
You remember that one time you threw me through the door at our old house?
Don't tell Stevie Lou that. Don't tell Stevie Lou that. He's going to report back.
Oh, yeah. I'm so scared of Stevie Pooh. Stevie Lou stinks, and we both know that. Scoot over. Let me sit down.
I'm making my voice real deep. This is Stevie Lou.
Hey, it's just Stevie Lou. I'm not funny. I'm only on Brennan's show because Brennan only brings unfunny people on.
Guys, Stevie Lou. My eyes are real wide and I got a bald head.
It is funny. It is interesting. Anybody Kevin has on the show, the regular new new age pay pigs are so dumb. It's just like Stockholm syndrome. So like my point is he talked about how he had you on and everybody. If he had you on 5 days a week, the chat would like you. If he has Felicia on 5 days a week, the chat. He has Stevie on all the time. All of a sudden, people like him. So it's just
nobody
common
likes Stevie.
Psychology. But my point is, you get a reaction out of him either way. So it's just continuity.
Right, because he's that bad, and that's why.
Kevin is that good that he can just throw anybody up there and get something out of him. So rack me. Sorry.
Rack him.
Well, he puts on trash ass people, so it makes Kevin look a little bit better, he's
this
like,
is true
and
too.
the only people that watch when he has the people who are absolute garbage on are the super fans like you and myself, Stancil. I sent a clip to Cabana the other day, and I had to call him to ask if he watched, and he goes, "No, to be honest with you, I didn't even give a fuck because there's just losers on there."
Yeah, I don't care.
He doesn't care. Now, what about that song that Pepper Leach, shout out Pepper Leach, released? I don't know if you heard his latest version about me driving over to Teamster Tim's house to suck him off, and everybody saying that the only reason I wear the mask is because they all know I'm gay, and there's obviously I'm a walking glory hole. Your thoughts?
Oh, a walking glory hole at Teamster Tim.
That's
Sounds
another Teamster Tim joke. Sorry, Teamster. I know I'm going to get a phone call for mentioning his name, but I really
it does sound like something Teamster Tim would like in his old age. He's an old bear these days. Got the hair of a bear.
Right. And speaking of bear, he loves bear men. And I was having this conversation with Cabana this morning. What is your thoughts about Teamster Tim becoming gay, Cabana?
He finally came out, and I just want to respect it. He was always against being gay.
Right.
Well, it is Pride Month, though. Maybe this is his time.
In the fridge, beer.
Yeah, some beer's in the fridge.
Yeah, drink a beer.
Yeah.
Dummy.
Hey, don't be a hater. All right. We just traveled long hours to come over here.
It was 1 hour.
Oh yeah. Quickly, I gotta get going in a minute. Topical. I tweeted about it. It's got a huge engagement. Hawk Twa girl is all in the news. I think
I hate it. What
hater? Give me the Oilers girl. Give me that motherfucker.
She has a girlfriend, by the way.
Apparently,
she's a girlfriend.
She's a lesbian.
Oh, she just said she's a lesbian.
There you go. The woman off camera says she's a lesbian. Yeah, I'll pass on Hawk Twa. You're a sheep.
I'll take Oilers girl all day.
Pass on her. She's a disgusting slag, obviously.
That's all you see.
That is a funny comment. Put up David GX5.
David GX5, yeah. All you see is the arm. He's like, nice arm. Yeah.
Yeah, you got some horny boys in here. It's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They get all
I saw your arm. It said nice arm. That was it.
DJ5 says she wants in. Get in there. Come on.
Get in for a minute. We're going to hang out. People, I mean, the chatters are asking $20 super
Tell her-
chat right now, and she'll show her face.
$20
Tell her to put the-
super chat right now. She'll come over here and
Give
she'll
me
drink a
like
beer.
$300 and I'll fucking.
Tell her to put the mask on and take her shirt off and get on her.
$300.
$300.
$300, she'll take her shirt off.
All right, how about you show your butt? How about you turn around and don't
Don't turn around.
No, don't show your face. Just turn around the other way.
With my shorts on.
No, pull your pants down. Obviously. Wait.
You pull your pants down.
Can't beat a
I did. Watch the last episode.
It showed his ball back.
Can't beat a Texas gal. Loving the
Yeah,
cop.
let's see what Alexis Tex is over there. Let's see what you're dealing with.
Oh man, trust me. It almost
Oh,
knocks
yeah?
me out every night. Y'all take ZQL. I mean, that's all I need right here because I just get.
Yeah, show the scar on your forehead to wrap it up the show.
Oh yeah. I fell the other day. Wasn't very good.
Jesus. Why? What happened?
Well,
Who's all on the podcast right now?
Just me and Cabana. All right, go ahead.
Jesus Christ.
All right,
There you
got it.
go, boys. Send it.
For 3 months.
Hot.
Send those super chats. Hogs and logs. That's an old thing, but now this is the summer of ball bags.
Did I look fat?
No, you're fine.
Let me see. I'll tell you.
What?
I do look fat. I've gained 10 pounds because.
Let's see it. Let me see. I'll tell you.
That thing's shaking, dude. It's like.
Ski, how come
Your
you don't
stomach?
look as good as your brother?
On Stancil, put up this comment and read it for us real
Yeah,
quick.
please.
Comedy writer, Ski, how come you don't look as good as your brother? Did your mom go on a lot of carnival rides while pregnant? Is it because of alcohol fetal syndrome? And it's fetal alcohol syndrome, you
This
fucking
is why,
retard.
I mean, Kevin was right when he said this the other day. You're never going to beat the chat. We can sit here and try to be as funny as we want, but the chat's always going to win.
If she's banging Cabana, she definitely has issues.
Oh, yeah,
I love it. I love it.
Big Boss says there are drugs afoot. You have drugs in there? Careful, Stevie's going to call the cops on
I do.
you.
They're just saying fat.
Stevie doesn't know where I live, and hopefully Mr. Echo shows up on that 44-foot yacht
We're still waiting.
for the bag.
Yeah, we're still waiting
Yeah,
on Mr. Echo's bag.
Well, maybe next week we'll get the bag.
No.
All right, we'll wrap up. Patreon.com/SkiMassMedia, folks.
Get there now.
YouTube.com/SkiMassMedia. I'll be back on Twitter in 4 days. Unfortunately,
I'll see you,
I take my
if not
time off. Thanks to our great friend Elon Musk, who banned me for simply talking about drowning myself. Even though we can post our bags, our cocks, our buttholes, whatever we want to post, just don't talk about killing yourself. Apparently, I don't know.
And don't talk about the Ukrainian soccer team and how we're funding and how we're.
yeah, we're not allowed.
Well, we're talking about the soccer team and how we're funding them with their sports industrial complex for a soccer war that doesn't matter. Anyway, Stancil Tuesdays is back this week.
Get there,
huge
go
day
support
culminating
Dino,
in.
even though he was a douchebag on Thursday, but he did talk me off a ledge. I think it was Tuesday night, and I'm sure he'll have a lot to say about that this upcoming Tuesday, 1 week away from when he talked me off a ledge.
There you go. So I'll see. If not tomorrow, Stancil Tuesdays is back. I'll be live at noon, and we'll go from there, culminating in Mets-Yankees game while wearing a Grimace costume.
Go,
You're not
Mets,
getting that
and
anywhere
good,
else.
good luck. He's going to
Nice
wear a
to meet you.
Grimace. He's going to wear a Grimace costume to the game, and that sounds amazing. So please go live on YouTube to check that out, folks.
What's a grimace?
All right. Enjoy. Get your man ponds and
Get your man pods, folks.
see you next week. Count all the votes.
Support the troops.
9/11 was an inside job.